And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Stop and Go is a speed card game of matching colors. There are quite a few of those out there. I mean, there's a lot of games where you turn cards over and match colors as quickly as you can. And this one is different because, well, actually it's not different, but is that a bad thing? Maybe. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the cards in Stop and Go first. There are cards that are all one color, like this one red, then there's blue, red, blue, yellow, green, yellow. There's cards that are solid and there are cards that are mixed. There are also cards that are two colors, but they also are special ability, like this yellow zap. There's just different cards like that, and that's basically what the whole deck is made up of. Each player is going to be dealt 15 of these cards that are given to that player, and those cards are put into a hand. And then all players are going to turn over their top card in front of them like this. Okay, so this is a 4-player game. And then we say, ready, set, go. And you turn over your top card and you see if it can match any of the discard piles. Now, in this case, you can see it does not. So I have to wait till maybe somebody else plays one. Meanwhile, the other players are placing their cards on any discard pile they want. And you can see that as the game... Oh! Finally, someone played a green one, so I get mine out there first. I draw my next card, blue. Again, I have to wait. Now, it's possible that everybody has to wait because no one has the colors that are face up. If that happens, you just say 1, 2, 3, go, and everyone puts out a new discard card from their thing, and then you continue on. Now, there are some special cards in the game. When you play one of these, you need to shout stop. In the instance of pass, you take all the cards in your hand and pass them to whichever direction you, the person who played it, decides. If you play Zap, it's pretty powerful. You take 2 cards from your pile and give them to the bottom of each other player's pile. And if you play a stop sign, which, you know, it can be played there on red or green, at that instance, you get to play 3 cards from your hand. No one else can go until you play 3 cards or until you can't play cards any longer. As soon as one person is out of cards, that round's over. They get no points. Everyone else gets a point for each card that's still in their hand. And then you keep going. Once someone goes over 30 points, the game is over, and whoever has the fewest points is the winner. I'm kind of hot and cold on speed games. There are some speed games that I'm not a big fan of, other speed games that I enjoy. You know, what I want to do in a speed game is feel like I have some kind of chance. Here, this game kind of fails for me on a few levels. One is that there's so many times where you can't play a card, and so you just sit there and wait. Another one is the fact that it's just so obvious. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Just put the card there, put the card there, put the card there. But the biggest problem is those special cards. They're way too powerful. You get a special card, you're going to rock. I mean, you're going to play a Zap, and you give 2 cards from your hand to everybody. In a 5-player game, you just gave away 8 cards. That's half your deck. That's ridiculously overpowered. Now, I'll say this. I played it with my kids. They enjoyed it, although some of them not so much, because as with any speed game, you're going to find that some people who are faster will enjoy the game than people who think more slowly. So it is what it is. I think it's a children's / family, very light game. We're talking Uno level. There's not a lot of thought involved. It's just put out the cards as fast as you can, and then you say stop. There's not a lot of strategy. You just look at all the piles, and you look at the card you have. You don't pick any cards. You just play, play, play fast. It's auto, quick play. For me, that's not much of a game. That's just kind of an activity. But if that's what you're looking for, you will enjoy it. But I will not enjoy it because my copy is leaving. The theme is okay. The idea, I suppose, stop and go. And the colors are bright, although I should mention, right there's another problem with the game. There's no way to differentiate the colors other than the color itself. So colorblind people aren't going to be able to play the game. Sorry. And I think that's something that companies should extremely think about these days. But it is what it is. Not my type of game. Might be yours, but I doubt it.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.
Shut door.
That's right. Shut it.
Do, do.